What's up, everybody? Minicamp has officially wrapped up here at AT&T Stadium. I'm Lindsay Cash. This is Dave Helman. I'm going to get a couple thoughts from you because everyone wants the opinion of Dave Helman.
I don't know that that's true, but I appreciate you saying that.
Let's hit up a few of the headlines from Minicamp. The first thing, Dez is no longer absent. Dez was on the sidelines today talking with Jerry Jones, but Terrence Williams left and went back to Valley Ranch with an injury. How sticky does the situation get now?
Yeah, I mean, granted, Terrence is on his way back to Valley Ranch. He's going to have x-rays on his elbow. We have no idea how serious it is. It didn't look like something that we need to be worried that much about. We're going to see. With Dez Bryant, we're talking about a huge mega money, mega year contract. I don't know if an injury to Terrence Williams is really going to throw things into disarray that much. In a hypothetical situation where Terrence is seriously injured, maybe you would see them sign a cheap free agent, off their couch or whatever. We've seen them do that at other positions before. As far as Dez, it's just, the same old story with him. He can't stay away from the field, clearly. This is the third or fourth time we've seen him with the team this offseason. I don't know if there's going to be a deal by that July 15th deadline, but it's obvious that the relationships here are still really good. And, whatever might be going on in the news, I have a hard time believing Dez Bryant isn't going to be with this team, when the season rolls around.
Darren McFadden told us this week he's not here to replace DeMarco Murray. What did you see from the running backs, and what did you like?
I don't think there's a harder position to judge here at minicamps and OTAs than running back, just because they're wearing shorts and no pads, and it's the most physical position. But McFadden himself, he was limited in OTAs with a hamstring injury, and then he comes out here, looks like he's full go, ready for training camp, and he looked impressive, again, in shorts, but he had burst, he had balance, he was breaking off some nice runs. I personally was of the opinion that they should have added a running back in the draft, but they seem confident with the four guys that they have here going into camp. They're all healthy, which is probably the most important thing. And Gary Brown just said it, the running backs coach said it about 10 minutes ago. They all have a chip on their shoulder, and I think that's a good thing if they're going to try to replicate the 1,800 yards of offense that DeMarco provided last year.
Let's talk about the guys who have yet to earn that star in their helmet, the rookie class. Who impressed you?
Okay. One's really obvious, Randy Gregory, big. We've talked him to death. We know all about him taking 60th overall, probably a top 10 talent that fell to the Cowboys. Again, I sound like a broken record, I'm sorry, but shorts and shirts basically, but he looks fast. He's beaten Tyron Smith a few times. He's got a couple of moves in his repertoire. He's bulked up a little bit. Jerry Jones said yesterday he's put 15 pounds on just in the little bit of time that he's been here. Just going on the eye test alone here, he looks impressive. And then the other guy is more under the radar, free agent pickup, not a draft pick, Deontay Greenberry, number 81, wide receiver out here. He's looked impressive. He's made catches in traffic. He looks like he's got tenacity. He's got something to prove. I think of the 5 or 6 best catches that we saw this month during these practices, he made 3 or 4 of them. Just looked really impressive, looked like he's got a nose for the football. And we know the Cowboys need a 5th wide receiver, so he's a guy that I'm definitely excited to watch when we get to training camp.
Give us the latest on the Greg Hardy situation.
Waiting. That's all we got. It's actually 3 weeks to the day since he went to Washington, D.C. and filed his appeal with the league. Independent arbitrator is looking into that. We know the timetable has been about 3 weeks for guys like Adrian Peterson and Ray Rice, so this isn't out of the ordinary. But honestly, right now we're just waiting, not really sure what's going to happen. You could see the league uphold that 10-game suspension, and maybe Hardy could take that to court to have it overruled. You could see the league reduce the suspension to maybe 4, 5, 6 games. Honestly, it's just a waiting game, and if I had a better answer for you, I'd give it to you, but I'm waiting like everybody else right now.
From the other tweaks and people rehabbing, what did you see there?
There's a few, I'll be fair. Morris Claiborne's a guy, obviously Sean Lee coming back from ACL surgery. Rolando McClain was absent for OTAs. He's been here for minicamp. Jerry Jones says they're all going to be 100% by the time training camp rolls around. Me personally, I didn't really believe that about Morris Claiborne. He tore his patellar tendon 9 months ago, which just sounds nasty. But I was just talking to him. He says no doubt in his mind, 100%, he's going to be ready to go for training camp. So those are the big 3, really, and it sounds like they're all going to be there ready to go in July. And then you got some minor guys, like I mentioned McFadden. He was fine this week. He was out there running reps. So, all things considered, we'll knock on wood and hold our breath about Terrence, but everything else seems like it's going to be good to go when they get out there.
Appreciate your time, Dave. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Keep it here on DallasCowboys.com and 5pointsblue.com. See you next time.